What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the second episode of Scarlet Nexus. This one's titled Scarlet Guardians. I think every episode is going to be like... Oh no, it was just these two that have like a Scarlet reference to it. Probably because they were part of the pre-screenings that happened, because they were pre-screened early, these episodes, and hence why they're kind of... some people have seen them already. So yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't remember a whole lot about this series. I remember it being a game adaptation. I remember its general style, which I do find kind of cool. I think this was a decent looking show overall, and I think the combat was actually fairly okay. Like, I had doubts about it must be said. But overall I quite liked it. I overall liked the CG look of it as well. I'm just concerned, as I think Rex pointed out as well last week, game adaptations don't normally end well. I don't know why. I don't know why the translation from game to anime doesn't seem to work 100% of the time. Or not even like 50% of the time, let's be honest. But yeah, they usually have some issues with their adaptations. So far, this is just okay. Again, I think it's hitting that 7 out of 10 range, more than likely. It's probably as high as it's realistically going to achieve, but we had a lot of character introductions last time. I don't remember any of them. I remember Yuito, our main guy, and I think it was Nagi was the best friend, right? And then there's the girl that totally didn't save him when he needed it, and his inspiration for joining the Force. No, it wasn't her at all. I mean, they've kind of made that one so obvious that I kind of hope it's not true, just so we can actually have some change. And we met all the other people in our division. We went and fought some stuff. One thing I actually really like about this world, and I think if you're going to have this, we have this super weapon against this invading force, alien force, whatever it ends up being. I think this is something that I really enjoy. It's not just they're relying on those and that's it. It's not we're just relying on these kids to be part of this defense force and that's all we've got. We do have other means of self-defense. We have our anti-air system, which I just thought was really cool, because how often do you see, and this happens in things like Symphogear, this happens in things like World Trigger, although World Trigger to a lesser extent because they do include it as well. But when it comes to World Trigger had some stuff. But like when it comes to like the noise in Symphogear, for example, it's just the Symphogear users can do anything. There is no other way of stopping them. When it comes to the neighbors in World Trigger, at least, we have border that can actually contain the gates to a certain area for their units to actually attack them. It's those extra little elements of, just because we have this one thing that can fight them, doesn't mean we should just rely on that and have that be the only thing in this world that can actually fight them. And in this, we, like I said, have the anti-air system, which I think took out 85% of all others. A terrible name, by the way. I'm sure it sounds better in its native language rather than it does in its translated English meaning, but yeah, 85% of all others being shot down before they even reach the ground. That is what I would expect. Technology and the world thinks of other ways to fight them other than just relying on their ground forces here. Like, let's have this anti-air system. Can we get an early warning system? It seems we have some form of early warning system. We seem to have some good quarantining type procedures and blockades to prevent civilian losses. They're thinking about it, and I hope more series do that, because it's not as entertaining it is to be like, oh, we have this super elite fighting force made of these teenagers who are trained up to fight and be our last line of defense against it. It's like, okay, but what are all the world governments doing and putting their money and research into whilst that's all happening? It's just like, oh yeah, let the kids take care of it. No, the world's got to take a responsibility for it as well. And I'd like seeing more aspects of that, and as a result, I like seeing the anti-air system. Also just because I think anti-air system's kind of cool like that. I think 85% can definitely be improved upon. It'll never be 100%, obviously, because depending on the size of the invasion that the others are sending, I guess it makes a difference, and to what purpose all of this is going on. Like, why are they coming down here to feed? Because if they're just coming down here to feed, how do they get back out? Like, how are they getting out? Why do they have to come here to feed? Like, what's going on up there with where the others are coming from? Why need to do this? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Also, why do people have psychokinetic capabilities? Like, why was that discovered? I guess it's just technology or something, but still. I'd like a little bit more digging into that as well. But I feel like they have a good premise, honestly. And I want to like the series, but at the moment I'm very on the fence with it. I think that's just me being very harsh with it and maybe thinking I only want to watch like 8 out of 10s from now on. Like, maybe that's just my brain being very, very harsh. I did say I was going to be harsh this season, but maybe I'm being overly harsh on this series. I don't know yet. We'll see what episode 2 throws out and, yeah, where it ends up going. So, as per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture and picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, and Log Horizon. World Trigger has got its new slots on Wednesdays, which was its old slot. The other two will find a space eventually. I think Monday will either be Sympho Gig Day or Log Horizon Day, depending on whether I keep Detective is Already Dead in that slot or not. For now, I think it'll just stay as a Sympho Gear slot, and then I'll put Log Horizon somewhere else, I don't know where, maybe Tuesdays, we'll see, or I might switch them around, something like that, who knows. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play, then play you say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Funimation, since they're the ones who license this series. We have the Funimation logo to start, which is about 7 seconds logos. I'll call it out as I go past, but you can also use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Funimation, cheers. Here we go. Saved in that moment by totally not the girl that we've been seeing. What do I understand? Yeah, what's this about the red strings? Okay, we did explain this thing. Alright. Scarlet Guardians. Others forecast. Extinction belt. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Growth suppression? Why growth suppression? The hell does that benefit? Huh. Quite curious about that idea now. Yeah, I'm sure. Huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mausoleum. Mm-hmm. 2,000 years ago. Jesus. Backy fortunes, okay. Backy has a different meaning here in England. Those who know, backy is meant to be like tobacco for like roll up cigarettes. Got your backy, stuff like that. It's just funny how words like that seem to cross over. Obviously not spelled B-A-K-I, but still. Creep magnet. Okay. Just clear that up. Wow. All three of them. Yep. Mhm. You started with a fight, so it's like, you know. Very handy power to have, let's be honest. Sure. Or we just cursed you to have great misfortune as well. Mm. Mm. Moon believers? Hell's a moon believer? Well, do they think there's something beyond the extinction belt? Is that what they? Hmm. That makes sense. That is actually quite conservative an approach. Moon believers, huh? I guess in this world there wouldn't be any idea of a moon, right? Because the extinction belt is all encompassing, so there shouldn't be anything beyond the extinction belt. Hmm. I mean, they did say there was like a whole conspiracy to this series, didn't they? I forget. Whoa, what's going on? The hell just happened? Hell just happened? Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Sclerokinesis? What the hell is sclero? I don't think I've ever heard that. Okay. Is it Baki? Duplication. Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Clairvoyance, right? That was yours? Jesus. Who are you talking to? Nice. Okay. Hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Telling the truth of the family, I guess. Hmm. Oh, another aura attack, huh? Hmm. They literally just said that earlier this episode, didn't they? They mentioned this place before. Okay. Okay. Oh, lovely. Battle outfits. Very basic transformation sequences, but I think that's kind of the point. Especially when you have so many, I guess it's better to be simple but kind of cool. Comes up. Yeah. Comms are done. Hmm. Good save, though. Oh, hello, big boss looking thing. I didn't think we do much. Holy shit. Oh, that. Oh, that was it. Okay. She. Oh. Hmm. Even all three of them are having trouble with the rubble. Okay. The hell is going on here? The hell is this? I guess an injection of more energy? Oh, that was it? What is with the pacing of these fights sometimes? Like, what? 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 Yeah, she took the bullet hit. Oh god, yeah, that's a kill. Whoa. Whoa, what's going on here? This is way more gruesome than I expected. The fuck? What is going on? Jesus, okay. Well, that's one way to end it, I guess. Wow, okay. I wonder if they're actually going to kill her off. I mean, she should be dead. I mean, that looked like a shot that went straight through the heart. Them on top of whatever was going on there with everything. I don't even know. Conspiracy aspect is really starting to kick in, though. Especially the idea like moon believers and stuff. I'm like, what's that all about? What's this thing with the red strings as well? The whole thing with the extinction belt as well. Why is there an extinction belt? Why is it lower? It's Becky. Not gonna get any hint, are we? No. Conspiracy. I think conspiracy is a very accurate title for what could be going on next. Okay. Okay, so I'm hoping she's not dead already. It'd be ballsy to kill off a character that quickly, though, that's for sure. And one thing I will say, she isn't in the main cover image of the show. Just to point that out, she isn't in this main cover image. So it's entirely possible she just died. Like, actually. Again, that would be ballsy to kill off a character like that very quickly. I think she is dead. Again, that is ballsy, and I quite like that. What's going on with the conspiracy then? I might need to go back and see what they were talking about, because they were mentioning this area earlier in the episode. And I didn't pay too much attention to it. Because I didn't think it would be we'd be going back to it so quickly. But I'm kind of curious now what the hell they were on about with it. And again, like I said, I am interested in this idea of what they are about with the moon believers, because if this is the Earth we know, the moon should be out there. But why is that troublesome that people have? Why are moon believers troublesome? Unless we're going to go down some whole conspiracy thing of how, like, the others are, like, plans to be here or drawn here for some reason. I don't even know where they could go with this. I generally don't even know where they could possibly go with that story into conspiracy theory time. Conspiracy is always fun to deal with because you can go any which way you damn well want with it and you can make it work. I'm curious about the whole moon believer thing. I need to go back and watch that scene properly. Let's see, let's go back. So Serum Regional Force. So they were there. They were near that abandoned subway system that we just got sent to. And they say they're looking into the others, but I think people don't believe that. All our protests have fallen on deaf ears. What are they protesting? Unsubstantiated information. Unrest in Togetsu are being attributed to the moon believers. Again, what's this whole idea of the moon believers? Like, what do they believe the moon... Like, okay, I guess they believe the moon exists. That's now a conspiracy theory that the moon even exists. Sure, why not? I mean, there are crazy conspiracy theories out there in the current world, and the moon's not real, or the moon actually is real, even though people think it's... Yeah, there are weirder conspiracies than that, sure. And again, with the extinction belt... Again, with the extinction... Hey, that's a good question, actually. Because I think they were talking about how this has been a thing for like 2,000 years, right? So... We're in the year 2020. They said as much, right? Yes, solar calendar year 2020. Solar calendar year. What's solar? Like, hang about. How does the sun work in this world of the extinction belt? Is the extinction belt an opaque thing that we can't see beyond? Because if so, we wouldn't have a sun. And therefore, we wouldn't even really have natural heating, and therefore the planet would probably die out if we didn't have sunlight coming down on us. But still, that's another problem. But if sunlight can get through and we can see the sun, we would then be able to see the stars in the night sky. we'd be able to see the moon. So why would we not see a moon? I need to look at the extinction belt again, and see if it's actually something we can look up and beyond. Because if we can look beyond it and receive the sunlight and stuff from beyond it, then we should be able to see where the others are coming from through that extinction belt. And therefore, how could you believe in something that you physically can't find? Unless they're saying the moon's now being hidden and is like the other's secret operating base or something. Yeah, I'm... This show's got me. The show's got me theory crafting too hard into it already. That's impressive. This is not the type of show that should be getting me theory crafting and getting me involved in its storyline so heavily. But it's managed it, and that's kind of... That's impressive. I'll give it that. I honestly think the combat is the weakest point of this, which is funny because I feel like I've read reviews on the game, because the game came out 2 weeks before this, or not even... I think the game came out just as this pre-screening was happening. And I think I've seen from what I've seen is the game's actually being praised for its combat system. But that honestly feels like the weakest part of the anime so far is the combat. It's fine when it happens, but the pacing of this episode's combat was all over the place. We had what seemed to be a big boss enemy done in one attack rather quickly. And we had an impending doom, and we just did one attack and the impending doom was over. It's oh, okay. I feel like the stakes were being raised, but then just they actually weren't at the same time. It was really weird in the way that kind of went. I don't know if that was just me that felt that way, but it just kind of felt weird. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did. Let me know in your comments what you thought of the episode. This definitely made the series a bit more interesting than I would have given it. I honestly thought I was going to maybe drop this episode, but no, I'm actually kind of invested now. I kind of want to see what the conspiracy aspect of the next episode is going to really detail, and who the hell shot us and why. And if she's actually dead. I'm going to assume she is, because she's not featured on the cover image at all, so I'm going to assume that actually was a complete kill shot. But beyond that, I don't know. Unless she turns into one of the others, in which case now we're getting a bit freaky with it, but I guess we'll see. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Summer 2020 line you can find it on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.